What's going on, Cool Betters? Pat Gregoire, joined by Jake Bolin once again. And Jake, I know we had week 0 last week, but the official kickoff to the college football season has happened. Week 1 already underway. We had games on Wednesday and Thursday, but we're going to dive into this weekend slate. So let's not waste any more time. Jake, what is your first game we're going to on your betting card?
Yeah, first game of the weekend, Saturday. I looked at Houston, Texas Tech, and immediately this game caught my eye as an over game. The number right now, 64.5. Both teams not great defensively, giving up 30-plus points over the last couple seasons. I believe last year Texas Tech actually gave up close to 37 points per game. So I think we're going to see some struggle with the defense early. I think the offense will have no problem scoring in this one on both sides of the ball. Dana Holgorsen over on the Houston side, he has no problem slinging it with that offense, getting the offense going early and often. So I look at over 64 in this, over 64.5 in this one. And that'll be my first pick of the weekend.
Always love a good overplay, especially when you involve Dana Holgorsen. So my pick, I'm going to go here. And I know this number is scaring a lot of people. Alabama minus 19.5 against Miami. But let's remember, folks, you do not make money betting against Alabama. And I get it. De'Ara King and the Miami Hurricanes are on everyone's radar this season. But when it comes to season openers and Nick Saban, they do it the best. Under Nick Saban, the Crimson Tide are 11-2 against the spread. And against ranked opponents in those games, the Crimson Tide are 6-0 with an average margin of victory of 23.7. Nick Saban always has his guys ready to start the season, and I imagine it will be the same this year. Everyone talks about all the turnover, all the graduation to the National Football League, but that happens every year. It's the next man up mentality that makes Alabama a national title contender each and every year, and I imagine it's going to be the same. So give me the 19.5 with Bama. I'm hammering that one. Jake, what's your next pick?
Yeah, safe bet with Bama there. My next pick, I've got Marshall minus 2.5 at Navy. Marshall had a solid season last year, 7-3. They bring in a new head coach, Charles Huff, who's actually the running backs coach over at Alabama for the last couple of years. So you got a guy with good experience for the offense. And like I said, they were solid last season. The Navy offense, not so great last year. And you kind of know what you're going to get. Not a lot of passing. They run the option. And I just don't think Navy's going to be able to stay in this one. You give me a field goal victory for Marshall, and I take that every day of the week. So I like Marshall minus 2.5 at Navy.
All right, for my second game, I'm going to go to the state of Michigan, where Western Michigan is getting 17.5 points against the Michigan Wolverines. And I'm sorry, Michigan fans. I think we are very close to the end of the Jim Harbaugh era in Ann Arbor. Michigan, they were 0-5 to finish the season against the spread. And dating back to 2019, they were 1-7 against the spread as well. In their last 10 games as a 10-point favorite, they're 3-7 ATS, and that includes a loss to Michigan State, their rival, as a 21.5-point favorite. Now, Michigan, obviously, I think they are going to win this game, but I do think Western Michigan is going to keep this close and give them a scare in their home opener. I'll lock in the Mustangs at plus 17.5. Jake, what's next for you?
Yeah, not looking great there for Michigan Wolverines fans, but maybe they'll be happy to see Harbaugh go. My final pick for the weekend, I've got the Cincinnati Bearcats going up against Miami of Ohio. I'm taking Cincinnati minus 23. This was a big surprise team out of last year. They got all the way up to the AP number 6 rank in the polls. Didn't quite make the playoffs. They might have had an argument. They go play the Peach Bowl against Georgia, lose by only 3 points. This Cincinnati team is the real deal, bringing back Desmond Ridder as the quarterback. Luke Fickell has taken them 2 11-win seasons, a 9-win season last year. This is the type of team that needs to win games like this and needs to win them by a lot if they want to be in the running for a possible chance at the CFP this season. It's going to be tough for them not being in a Power 5 conference, but I think a team like Cincinnati is the type of team that can get there. So they're the 8th rank coming into this season. They need to blow out these not-so-great teams, and I'm taking Cincinnati minus 23. They win by a ton on Saturday.
Style points, style points, style points. That's what the Bearcats need. And I think, especially in their first game against an inferior opponent in Miami, Ohio, I think that's a safe bet there. The game I've got on my schedule circled is Cincinnati and Notre Dame. That will be a big game for the Bearcats in a couple of weeks. But to finish things off, speaking of the state of Indiana, that's where I'm going, although this game will be played in Iowa. I love the Hawkeyes here, -3. Iowa finished their season very strong last year, winning 6 straight and covering 5 of those games as well. And since 2015, when they went to that Big Ten title game, Iowa is 15-1 in games which they were a favorite of under 6 points. Kinnick Stadium, it's a tough place to win. Never mind in a season opener. I think that place will be rocking. So I'm going to take the Hawkeyes at -3. There you go, Jake. Those are our picks for this week. We're going to be back each and every week giving out our best bets for the college football season. Of course, there are a ton of games this week. We even have a game on Sunday and Monday, so a loaded football weekend. For everyone here at Coolbet Canada, I'm Pat Gregoire. He's Jake Bolin. We want to thank you for tuning in. And as always, stay cool.